Hey fam, what's good? What's good? I hope that you're well and keeping safe. I hope that you had a nice productive week. I hope that you're gonna have a nice productive weekend as well. So I hope that this week of trading has been amazing. Whether you took a L, whether you took a W, either way, it is the learning curve that matters or the process that matters. No one said that trading is just gonna be an actual win, 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 win type of thing. No, you need to get that out of your mind. Okay. And then if you are looking for a trusted broker where you can use proper money management, IFX would be your broker. I have a link in my description. So find yourself clicking on the link, open up your account and level up. And then lastly, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. We are at 100 subs. Thank you for hitting that sub button. Thank you for hitting that like button. And just thank you for tuning in general. Okay, I highly do appreciate it. So yeah, that is me appreciating you. So let's get back into the actual breakdown. Okay, so we're gonna start off from our actual monthly time frame over here. As you can see, we closed off quite bearish with this nice candle over here, engulfing this candle, showing us that we can have a potential downside momentum. Okay, but this is our monthly time frame. We don't put too much focus on our monthly time frame, mainly because we are not trading on the monthly time frame. As we can see, we do have a nice candle forming, and we still do have 23 days and 15 hours for this actual candle to close. So yeah, that's it for our monthly time frame. Not much said. So let's scale down to our weekly time frame and let's get this breakdown on the road. Okay, so from our weekly time frame, looking at these lows over here, we can see we have this nice low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low over there, to a market giving us a nice lower low over here. And that is basically just the market telling us that we are moving from a bullish structure to an actual bearish structure. So in a bearish structure, what do we look for? Buying opportunities or selling opportunities. Our impulse move is towards the downside, so we are looking for potential downside movement. Okay, so looking at what price did, as you can see, we had this nice actual previous resistance turn to support. We broke below and we haven't came back for the actual retest just of yet. Now, why do we want a retest? The psychology of an actual the psychology of a range market would basically be, if we break above, we wait for the retest for potential move back towards the upside, because simply price will create an actual higher high to have the impulsive move back towards the upside. But in this case, we have broken below price, and now we basically wait for the retest for potential move back towards the downside. Now for the week, have we came back at our actual area of resistance? No, we haven't. But have we reached our target? Yes, we did. Okay, so looking at what is happening on our weekly time frame, we can have our nice trend line drawn out from this region, where we have our first touch over here, first, second, third, fourth. And can you see another confluence? We broke below. What will happen basically when we broke below actual trend line? We wait for the retest for a potential move back towards the downside. Okay, and can you see that if I'm gonna box out this area over here, can you see we are still moving inside this actual area of support? And in an area of support, we are looking for buying opportunities. But keep in mind that, can you see that we had this nice move back towards the downside? We do have two bull candles thrown towards the upside, so we can easily just have another rally back towards the downside. But since we are inside an area of support, I will be favoring buying opportunities. Okay, so let's scale down to our actual daily time frame and see what is happening on our daily time frame, and just remove this area over here and just looking at what current price basically created. Okay, so on our daily time frame, I'm still considering this area over here as range bound as well. So can you see that we broke above, and now we are basically coming for the actual retest for a potential move back towards the upside. Okay, and we are not just stepping inside this actual range bound area. Can you see previous resistance over here, we broke above, now turned into support. We are actually tapping inside a strong daily area of previous support, held as resistance, now turned into support again. Can you see? Support once, respect, 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 held as resistance. We broke above. Now we are holding this actual area as an area of support. Okay, now with me saying that, one of the markets, you need to keep in mind that we have three type of markets, right? We have the range market, and then we have the bull and bear market. Now the range market is basically that market that will basically tell us whether with a breakout, it would basically tell us that our structure is bullish or our structure is bearish. Now can you see that we had a broke above? So now I would consider this as bullish. Okay, why bullish? I'm gonna show you. Can you see we do have this nice high, lower high? So this would basically be a lower high, and this would be a higher high. So now we'll be basically waiting for that upside potential back inside this weekly resistance slash daily area of resistance, as well as this trend line which we have over there. Okay, so if structure is bullish, I'm gonna get up my Fibonacci, from my low to my high, see if we have confluence on why we basically want to take price back towards the upside. Okay, so looking at our Fib, we can see that we had a nice respect on our 50% over here, 50% retracement, so we can potentially have a nice rally back towards the upside. And we can see that our minus 27 area is lining up with this area of resistance over there, as well as with our trend line. Okay, confluence on confluence, time frame correlation. Okay, so let's scale down to our 4-hourly time frame and see what is basically happening on our 4-hourly time frame. Now on our 4-hourly time frame, this time frame is not too clean for me at this moment, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying this. Can you see that we basically have this nice area of previous resistance now turned to support? We had a nice range market. Can you see that we have this nice range? We broke above, and now we're basically coming back for the retest. Okay, now with price over here, I can see that we have a nice area of resistance over there, and we do have this nice area of support over there. Now with me seeing prices doing, having respects on our resistance, having respects on our support, I consider this as another range market. So now what do I wait for? I basically gonna have to wait for price to either break above or break below, wait for the retest, and then execute my trade only. These things happen. This is just one of those trades where you're gonna have to sit back and wait. Not every day needs to be an actual trading day. Keep in mind, this is the 4-hourly time frame. Okay, so yeah, I'm basically seeing a nice range market over here. So I also got myself a nice actual nice trend line out over here. Can you see this? Can you see this high over here? I'm gonna get myself a nice trend line thrown out from this region and basically just extend it down like that. Now can you see that we had a nice break above? We haven't came back for a retest inside this actual region over here. Now with me looking at this trend line, right, I can also see that we do have this area over here at price, we can say 14,191. Okay, we still do have this price where we broke above and we haven't had a proper correction just of yet. So I'm looking at this area as an area where price can potentially find itself hit into. So what I will be basically waiting out for would basically be something like this. Yes, even though we are inside this range market over here, keep in mind this whole candle is still a part of the range. Okay, this whole candle over here. So as you can see, we do have this actual range market over here. So I'm basically waiting for a nice move back towards the downside, where we can potentially just have a nice wick thrown towards the upside and have another bullish momentum back towards the upside. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is I'm going to wait for price to come back towards the downside over here and have some sort of rejection before I'm going to take price back towards the upside. Okay, and that's if we're gonna have this nice move back towards the downside. If we're gonna have the move towards the upside, you know, basically what I will be waiting for, the break above, and then have a nice move back towards the upside. Now, keep in mind, if we're gonna have a nice move towards the downside, respect this region for a move back up. You know, get yourself a nice trend line from this region. Can I just remove this over here? I'm gonna just remove this. You know, get yourself a nice trend line from this region, something like this. Extend it to the future. Copy and clone it. Place it on the highs. You know, we can see that we can form a potential. You know, we can call it a channel. We can see that we can create an actual potential channel over here where we will basically have, you know, our first, second touch, where we can have a nice rally towards the upside for the third touch, where we have our first, second, third touch for another actual rally back towards the downside. Can you see that? Can you see that? And this isn't making sense. I hope that it is making sense. You know, and that's literally my outlook on Nasdaq. You know, if you don't have a clean understanding of what I went through, you know, go over it again. Repeat the actual video. You know, and you know, I would highly appreciate it if you can let me know how has your week of trading has been, you know, and what have you basically learned from out this actual week. Hit it in the comment section. I would highly appreciate that. This is my outlook on Nasdaq. I hope that you have a clean understanding. If not, find yourself watching this video again and again and again. Make some notes. I appreciate you. This is me, your boy D, and I'm out.